Start this thing out. What you sipping on?
Moscow Mule.
Okay, Moscow Mule. That's not usually what it comes in.
Well, it's a cute little Top Golf couple mug. Their version of it anyway, right?
Guys, Brian Tripp, I'm back with another expert interview, and we've got Master Realtor. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Gabriel Henderson. I am a realtor. I've been a realtor for 13 years in the Birmingham and Georgia markets, and I'm with EXP Realty.
What made you decide to be a realtor?
Do we have time for that on your show today? Okay, so I'll give you the short version. I got into real estate in 2008, probably one of the worst economic times that you could even think about getting into the business. I got in. I've been full-time since 2009. I was laid off, as a lot of us were during that time. In between the layoffs, I got my real estate license, and here I am. So God pushed me out there. I didn't choose real estate. Real estate chose me. Seriously.
So since 2008, you've been in the game for 13 years as a realtor. You can't just kind of float around and be a full-time realtor for 13 years.
Right.
You have to have had some success.
Yes.
What makes a successful realtor?
The first thing that I did when I got into the business, I got a mentor, to be quite honest with you. I reached out to several top producers in my office at the time, and I just did whatever they didn't want to do. Guess what? I was the person to go and do it. And I was a sponge. I soaked things up. And during that time, unfortunately, there were a lot of foreclosures and short sales and things of that nature. So I got my short sale and foreclosure certification. So I became the expert in that realm. So for all intents and purposes, I guess you would say I capitalized on the market during that time and what was ahead of us. And so just started doing the same thing each and every year. Started really learning how to run my business like a business, treating my business like a business, really understanding my numbers, making sure that I set up my accounts as far as my operating accounts, my expense accounts, setting that up the right way. Instead of treating it like a hobby, which I did initially, not a hobby I would say, but just treating it like, okay, I'm just doing this to make money until I find another job, because my career at the time was human resources. But really just understanding that I can make my mark in this industry as well as help others. So that is one of the most important things to me, is helping others. I know it sounds crazy and cliche when realtors say this, but homeownership does matter. And so for me, it's very important to educate individuals on homeownership.
Gabby, what advice would you give to someone who is brand new, just got their license, or they're thinking about getting their license? What advice would you give to a brand new realtor in today's market?
Have patience. Make sure that you operate on integrity. This market can be very cutthroat, so make sure that you treat others the way that you want to be treated and do the right thing. And when you do the right thing and you live your life in that manner, then things will follow and fall in place.
So I want to ask you about our mastermind too, because we're here, guys, we're here, part of our mastermind. We're playing some golf out here at Top Golf, and we're all hanging out. And I just think it's so important to not just get together in a room and talk about business, which is very important because it helps us improve with our craft.
Absolutely.
But the relationships that you build, so that you build the trust, so that when we get in the rooms and talk about the real stuff, we can open up more and more and more. What has this mastermind meant to you, being in it just for about the last 6 months, 8 months?
Oh my gosh. So, I mean, prior to joining this mastermind, you almost feel like you're out there on an island, by yourself. Although you know others or you've heard of other investors in the market and you respect, we're here in the mastermind with a lot of friends and counterparts in the business that I respect and have respected in this industry before we even joined the mastermind. But just being able to bounce off, certain things, knowing that other people are going through similar situations or they may have gone through it, and having those resources, that's one of the most important things. I was just thanking one of my mastermind colleagues. He sent me a referral on a property in Hoover, and so I'm listing that property, and that came from the mastermind, and just having those relationships and being able to just collaborate, have fun, because we are about living the life that we design and create, and having fun and giving back and sharing information.
So Gabby, what I just heard you say is your network literally just became your net worth, grew your net worth literally because of somebody you knew gave you a referral.
Gave me a referral. That's right here in the mastermind. So,
Well, appreciate you joining us for this expert interview. Guys, stay tuned. We're going to have another one soon.
He is awesome. He is awesome.
Love you guys. See you soon.